Hi guys, today we're talking about carrots, diamond weight. So diamond weight isn't mentioned or measured in this obviously vegetable. It's also spelt differently. Carrot, Carrot, or carat weight, Carat, is how a diamond is measured. And we measure a diamond on scales, okay? So we use fancy scales or non-fancy scales. There's some very clever ways of measuring a diamond. Now, the carat word derives back to biblical times, which was the carob seed. So in those days, in biblical times, right up to probably 300-400 years ago, people were measuring on scales, the old-fashioned scales you see in museums. And that is the reason a diamond is a carat, because the seed from the carob seed, from the carob tree, was about 100 carats in weight, equivalent. So when you weigh a diamond, and it's 1.02, so it's a 1 carat O2 diamond, 98 points. There's 100 points in a carat. As I said, not this carat, the real carat. Anyway, guys, so let's talk about fun facts. So the word diamond comes from the Greek word adamas. Adamas means indestructible. So diamonds are the hardest substance on the planet, and they are indestructible. The only other thing that can hurt a diamond is another diamond. So over the billions of years, when diamonds were traveling through the ice ages and the tempests of this planet, rolling down little stream riverbeds, the only thing that would hurt it is another diamond. So that's the only reason. Nowadays, obviously, lasers can cut into diamonds, but diamonds are generally used as a cutting facility. So if you're cutting a stone, a diamond, then you cut it on a wheel and you use diamond dust within a bit of olive oil, and that's how diamonds are cut and polished. Coloured diamonds, so reds, greens, pinks, oranges, yellows, blues. The reason yellow diamonds are yellow is down to nitrogen born in the centre of the earth when the diamond was formed and before it was spat out. If you imagine billions of years ago, between 1 and 3, volcanoes, so the diamonds were spat out of the volcano with all the other lava and liquid and rock and pumice, etc., and they were sent out probably hundreds of miles, and then over the billions of years those diamonds travelled down to the seabeds and into deserts of Namibia and Botswana, and if you look at diamonds where they come from, Canada, Russia, Siberia, so they would have been joined once upon a time. There will probably be billions of diamonds under the ice caps. Diamonds also come from Brazil, Australia. It's a very, very rare mine in Australia called the Argyle mine, which is closing next year, 2021. They produce 90% of the world's pink diamonds. Now, they are the rarest diamonds on the planet. You imagine when 90% of the world's volume of pink diamonds disappear and aren't mined anymore, there are only 10%, and that is going to make diamonds, pink diamonds, go through the roof. They are a store of wealth. They will be in a huge investment, and it's something for the kids, grandkids. It's something to keep. It's movable wealth. It's a no-brainer. So it's something you can travel with. You can wear as a piece of jewelry. You can't carry a house or a ton of gold with you on holiday, but you can wear a really sexy necklace. You can wear a really cool pair of earrings, really nice ring containing an Argyle pink. So that there is another way of instead of playing the stock market, a very safe way of providing a future for your kit. So the pink is down to the refraction of our eyes and the lattice molecular makeup within the stone. That's what we see. Reds, not dissimilar. Blue is boron, element of boron. As I said, yellow is nitrogen. Whites, so whites are obviously graded on D colour to Z, and clarity. So you get your colour, your cut, your clarity, and your carat weight, your 4 C's. The clarity being the inclusions or the natural flaws within the stone. Your colour, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, etc., being how white it is. Your cut being the shape, how it's cut in after a piece of rough, and your carat being your weight. So again, going back to our old friend here, the carat, is really important. So that's where diamonds are depicted and priced upon. The main characteristics, it's not how big your stone is, it's all about the colour and the clarity. That's what makes the money. So if you've got a D flawless half carat, it could be the same price as a J VS2. You know what I mean? It's kind of, it's, take advice from someone like myself. When I started my industry, my business back in 2002, I did a lot of what is called con shopping. I pretended I was getting engaged, and I went into all the shops that, that Bond Street and Fifth Avenue have to offer, and pretended, learned how people sell to me. And I often thought that, a spotty 19-year-old trying to sell me £100,000 diamond, and who didn't know what he was talking about and was there for work experience over Christmas, wasn't going to cut it. So I had to make and form a new part of our industry, which is a guy getting down on bended knee with all the knowledge he knows. So I had a gripper, which is a fake ring, and I had a stone, and he'd go away and he'd get down on bended knee and propose with a fake ring, and then she and I would meet, and together we would form the right piece of jewellery for her, the right ring. Otherwise the guy gets it wrong quite a lot. Nowadays, men generally want to have a ring. So, my thoughts on that when I'm approached originally is, guys, go and do some due diligence on your missus. Look in her jewellery box, look at what she wears, look at the colours of clothing she wears. Look at her, if there's a magazine open with a beautiful engagement ring that just happens to be lying around in your sitting room or on your coffee table or whatever it may be, take note, take a photo now, with the phones and the technology we've got. Listen to her, keep informed. Also, maybe speak to her best mate, someone you can confide in that's not going to let the cat out of the bag. And maybe, get some advice from her also. The other fun facts, diamonds are, as I said, 3 billion, between 1 and 3 billion years old. That is old. And, what's so lovely about that is they're a treasure. Picasso was only a lovely, great artist, but these are the Picasso of the diamond world. If you buy well and look after it and make sure that, it's passed down the family, then that diamond will only gain in value, provided you bought well, and that's down to people like myself making sure that you are looked after. I think what's most important when you're looking at diamonds is making sure that you don't see a great big black mark, or don't see any fire or luster or brilliance, as we call it, or even bling. Just make sure that the diamond is always on fire, always looking good. Cleaning it, there's loads of different ways of doing it. You know what? Probably a warm water, a bit of fairy liquid, and the softest toothbrush you can buy. So, that's the best way. Other than that, go and grab one of those sunglasses cloths in the sunglass shop or something like that, and give it a little polish. I'll show you a fancy intense yellow diamond here. This is just insane. This is one of the rarest diamonds we have in our portfolio at the moment, other than our Argyle pinks. And that is pretty serious. That's a 790, so 7 carat 90, fancy intense yellow. It's worth £250,000. So, get involved. That is where your store of wealth is. Anyway, it's been lovely talking to you all, and I hope that you'll listen and you'll give us a call. Email us, hello@dutsandrocks.com, or Neil, my personal email address, Neil, Neil, @dutsandrocks.com. That's DUTTSONROCKS.com. Give us a chat. We're social. We love to chat, and we'll talk you through some more. All the best. Thanks very much for listening.